Good morning and Jai Hind. Before starting of this chapter, let's some discussion about this particular word organizing. When this particular word is coming in our mind, what first thing is coming in our mind when we hear this word organizing? Your particular room, basically the bachelor's room. When somebody, experience holders, enters in the bachelor room, the first thing what I personally feel, what I personally experience in my bachelor life, your rooms are not organized. When wardens are usually coming in a hostel in the school days, in the college days, the first thing, what the things are coming, and I know it is a very bad thing, nobody have to do, but in hostel life, it becomes not intentionally, it becomes usually that our rooms are not organized. What is the meaning of organized? Chalo ji. Give the meaning of organizing as per your thinking, as per your word in comment box. And look at one thing, please don't just watch the video. What we are generally doing, we are watching the video and things are over. No. Learning is a two-way communication. I'm saying something to you, you also say something to me. I always believe that the teachers is a good learner and the students are always a good learner. We have to learn something from each other. Maybe that you guys had given maybe that you guys will give a very wonderful meaning of organizing. So let's try. Everyone is right. Basically, before I proceed to the particular word organizing, let's imagine a situation. How your school exams are conducting. How suppose your sister marriage, your brother marriage is there. How that marriage will be organized. If suppose everything is not at the right place. If suppose you skip to manage something in your sister marriage. Suppose there is a pure veg Brahman family marriage and suddenly the caterers forget that and the caterers organize the marriage as the Royal Punjabis marriage, chicken and everything. Imagine the situation of that marriage. What will happen with that? Organizing is always very important concept in management. वो that you knowing ना कि हम अच्छा खाते हैं, हम अच्छा पहनते हैं, उससे भी अच्छा important है हम अच्छा सोचते हैं, हम अच्छी काम करते हैं. तो that is exactly the meaning of organizing. I'm not going for the definition of organizing. You guys will tell what is the meaning of organizing. I'm waiting for each and everyone, and please take the active participation. Chalo, without any delay, now I'm telling you what is the meaning of organizing. Before that, one word is there, organization. So what is the meaning of organization? Group of people. And what is the meaning of organizing? See, in any organization, there are two basic things. Human, a very happy human. Maybe he is getting very good salary. That's why he is very happy. And the other resources like machine is there, like raw material is there. Okay. So organizing is the process of making coordination between these two and with the help of proper coordination, with the help of proper arrangement of this particular tool, getting the specified goal of organization is considered as organizing function. So in a very simple way, you can say organizing is a process of arrangement of each and every resource in the organization, collection of each and every resources as per plan, and finding out and achieving the specified goal is considered as organization. ठीक है बेटा? तो I hope the organizing meaning is clear, and if organizing meaning is clear, like तो बनता है. Again I am telling you, for you all, organizing is a process of making coordination between all resources of organization, all resources of business. We are discussing in the terms of business. So all resources of business, all resources of organization by which organization achieve the specified goal is considered as organizing. Okay. So chalo ji, any proper definition is given? नहीं है जी, कोई नहीं. चलो जी, I'm writing down the definition, and if definition is very good, if you feel so, then you also write down in the copy. Organizing, I'm writing in shortcut. Organizing is the process of arrangement of all resources classifying the jobs, making the relation, and utilizing the resources in perfect manner by which organization achieve the goal. Beta, learn this definition. This definition contains each and everything about organization. Organization is a process of arrangement of all resources, classifying the job, making the relation, and utilizing the resources in the best perfect manner by which organization will achieve the target, achieve the goal. So, without any delay, the most important, and you please take the keywords also of steps in the process of organizing. Okay, so in organizing now there is a series how the organization will take place in the any organization, how this particular process will help to achieve the target. There is a proper sequence of that, so we will discuss the sequence. Before that, example, suppose you have to organize an event in your school. So what you will do? On the day of event you will come and you will organize the things? No. Before that you will make the plan. According to that plan you will collect the resources. Like suppose for organizing an annual function, how many chairs are required, you will organize the music system person, you will organize the tent and all the things. After that you will organize the programs, you will make the schedules, you will make the in charge of the programs also. You will see the programs are perfect, as appropriate as per the school standards, and after that you will implement everything and your objective of a successful annual function will achieve. This is a process. So how this process will come? We will learn these things. So first one is identification and division of work. Simple. Keyword for this. First you write down the keyword. What to do and who will do that. simple. Write down this one. What to do and who will do that? When you start the organizing function, the first process is that you have to identify the works, that what works you have to do, and after that you have to you have to find out the sequence of the work, that which one work is which work you have to give priority, which work can we do later on also. And when you identify that what you have to do, after that you will divide the works. You will divide the works in small task, and after that you will give the task to the persons also, by which the duplication can be avoided. Duplication can be avoided and burden of work can be shared among the employee. Getting this point? So first we have to identify the work, that what work we have to do. And after that, guys, we have to divide the work in a small tasks. When we divide the work in a small task and give it the work to the different group, different employees, the work burden will be shared. Like suppose, imagine the situation, whole work will be given to you. Then you will be, maybe that you will not give your 100%, maybe you will fuss it also, maybe you will not in the mood to do the work. So this is the first process where we divide the work, give it the work, share the works in the present employees, and when everything is decided that who is going to do what, the duplication of work will be avoided. The second one is what? Departmentization. Look at it, department. What is the meaning of department? The word is there, department. When we talk about science department, when we talk about commerce department, when we talk about humanities department, accounts department, when we talk about cleaning department, what is the meaning of this department? Tell me that what is the meaning of department as per your view? Chalo ji, very simple. When we divide the works, so the works which are the similar nature, like suppose we divide the cleaning works to 4-5 person. 4-5 cleaning works are there. So all the works are related with cleaning. So what we will do, all the similar nature work, what we divide in small tasks, will group together on the basis of similar nature. So we make a group which is the combination of all divided small work which have the same nature, and that is called department. So our second step is very simple. Our second step is we will make the departmentalization, and in that what we will do, whatever the works are having a similar nature, all the works combined together, all the works grouped together, and we will frame a department which represent all the similar nature tasks, all the similar nature work. For example, like suppose I'm taking the example of your school. So in your school, physics teachers are there, chemistry teachers are there, biology teachers are there, math teachers are there. All 4 are related with the, just a minute. Hanji, so next one is assignment of duties. When we create the departments, and after creating the departments, beta, it is necessary to define the works, that which work have to done by whom, or which work have to complete by whom, and that is the meaning of assignment of duties. So the meaning of assignment of duty is what? Duties assigned. Okay, so different job positions are there, different work is there, and various employees are there. So first what we identify the work. This work we have to do. According to the work nature, we create the departments. Okay. Ab under the department, workers are there. So this particular work will be done by whom we will assign the duties to them. Okay, and it is what? It is a very simple thing that if we will assign the duties to the particular person, very simple thing will be done like this, that the repetition of job, duplication of the job will be not there, and when the person will do the work again and again, we are knowing division of work principle, person become specialized. And how we assign the duties? On the basis of skill and interest. Okay, चलो जी, नेक्स्ट है अपना establishing the authority and report relationship. अब here some words are there. First word is authority. What is the meaning of authority? Power to take the decision. Authority means power to take the decision, and that is called authority. And report relationship. Acha ji, in the organization basically two factors are there. One is superior and one is subordinate. Superior and subordinate. So which subordinate have to report to whom? Who will report to whom? Okay, establishing that particular relation is known as report relationship. And who will give the order to whom? That is also the part of report relationship. The very simple thing is what, beta? Establishing authority and report relationship means who will receive the power from whom, who will give the power to whom, who will report to whom, and who will take the report from whom. That all relations is considered as establishing the report relationship. For example, suppose Ram and Shyam, two person is there. Ram have to report Mr. X. It means Mr. X is the boss of Mr. Ram. So Ram have to report to Mr. X and Shyam boss is Miss Sita. So Shyam have to report to Miss Sita, and Mr. X will give the power to Ram, Mr. Sita will give the power to Shyam. Establishing this particular relationship is known as the report relationship. So let's revise the whole process one more time to clear your doubt. The first one is identification and division of work. Identification and division of work means what activity we have to complete, identifying that, and when we identify the activity, dividing the activity into the small task and assigning that task to the respective person is considered as identification and division of work. The keyword for this one is what? What to do and who will do that, as deciding this is considered as identification and division of work. Second is what, beta? Departmentalization. So the meaning of departmentalization is grouping the activity. Keyword for this one is grouping the activity, task together on the basis of similar nature. So this is the keyword for this one, departmentalization. Okay, so grouping the activity or task together on the basis of similar nature is considered as what? Considered as the departmentalization. Next, our is assignment of duties. Yeah, assignment of duties or assigning of duties. What is the meaning of this assignment of duties? When we identify the work, when we divide the work on the similar nature and we create a group for that, so in the group, who will perform what? That duty, that task assigned to respective person. Acha, why it is necessary? When we decide the work, when we allocate the work to the various employees, chances of duplication of work will be minimized, because everyone is knowing that which work have to done, which work have to complete by whom. That is already clear. Or you can say like this also, that when it is clear that who have to perform what, the other will not perform that particular activity. The chances of duplication, chances of repetition of the job will be not there. And when we assign the duties, we have to select the report relationship, authority and report relationship. Who will receive the order from whom? Who will give the report to whom? Who is responsible for what? Establishing all that is considered as a report relationship. Getting my point? So this is all about what? Establishing the report relationship. Now beta, what is the importance of organizing? When we organize the things in a proper way, what is the importance of that? Why it is necessary to organize the things? It is very simple. When we organize the things very proper, in a predefined manner, the transactions and functions will be smooth. It will be smooth transactions, because everyone is knowing what they have to perform, so no chances of duplication, no chances of wastage will be there. And when the things are properly organized, if any adverse situation will also come, then you can fight with that particular challenge also in a very proper manner. Okay, task will be performed properly and the goal will be achieved properly. And what are the importance? So let's proceed for the same. The first one is benefit of specialization. So what is the meaning of benefit of specialization? Very simple. देखो बच्चा, when one person is there and this person is doing the work again and again, maybe till here this person is not knowing how to work properly. Till here the person come to know that okay, how to do the work properly, and when the person will do the work after that also, person will slowly and slowly become expert in that. Person will slowly and slowly become expert in that, and this particular person will perform better at this point, because after doing the work again and again, person become specialized. Getting my point? Acha, what more thing will be there? When the works will be divided into department, when the works and tasks will be divided in the various employees, the workload will also divided, and when workload will divide, person will focus on their respective work. Suppose I am interested in a particular subject. I am interested in teaching accountancy, suppose. So when I am interested in teaching accountancy, and I have to teach economics also, I have to teach BST also, I have to teach English also, so many subjects. So my focus on my key area will reduce. But when the work will divided and I have to teach accountancy only, so on that time I will give my 100% with the full interest and skill. That is the importance of organizing. When we organize the things properly, then automatically the specialization will come. Acha ji, next one is what beta? Clarity in working relationship. If the things are not properly organized, what problem will come? When the things will not properly organize, the main problem will come what beta? The biggest problem, that nobody is knowing what they have to do. Nobody is knowing from whom they have to receive the order, and nobody is knowing to whom they have to report back. And the things become very hotspot in the organization. things are not clear, communication not take properly, because nobody is knowing to whom I have to communicate. If suppose in a hospital, imagine the situation, suppose in a hospital the doctors are not assigned for a particular patient, then imagine the situation. If suppose patients are having a problem in the midnight at any time and doctors are not assigned, one doctor is giving the treatment, another doctor will come and another doctor will take the medical history of that person, till that maybe the person will die. It can be possible. Similarly, in the organization, if the workers are not knowing to whom they have to take the report, to whom they have to give the report, and from whom they have to take the work, when this thing is not clear, then it will create the problem. It will create the problem in misleading. It will create the problem in fixing the responsibility, that who is responsible for this particular failure. That's why the organizing is making clear working relationship, that who will give the order to whom and who will give to whom the person have to submit the report. This thing is very clear, communication relation is very clear, and because of this the smooth functioning go on. And next one is optimum utilization of resources. The meaning of optimum utilization of resources is maximum utilization of resources. When one person is doing the work again and again, then person become specialized in that. And when person becomes specialized, wastage of resources will minimize. That will what beta? That will minimize. Okay. Second, when the things are clear that the work should be done by whom, then duplication of work will not done. No confusion will be there. No confusion will be there between the employees as well as between the superiors also, that from whom they have to take the responsibility. And very important, the responsibility are fixed. That's why they have fear also, fear of failure, that if I will not complete the responsibility, I have to give the answer. And because of this, they put their 100% and maximum utilization of resources take place. Adaptation to change. Because change is the nature of business. Change is the nature of business. Change is the nature of business. Okay, just a minute. So change is the nature of business. Always business is keep changing, because business is affected by the external factors. Business environment is affected by external factors. So when business environment will affect the business, the change will be there. Organizing will help to adopt that change. How? When relation of management and workers are perfect, there is no confusion, there is no duplication of work, and if any change will be there, then it will help to adjust, it will help to learn the new changes, and it will help to restructure the whole organization with a proper arrangement, with a proper utilization of resource. Next one is effective administration. How it can be possible? With clear report relationship. When clarity is there in working, when clarity is there in relationship, and when clarity is there in the nature of job, when clarity is there in communication. There is no confusion that who have to submit the report to whom and from whom the employee have to receive the order. Then wastage of time, wastage of resources, duplication of work will be not there. Everyone is knowing what they have to perform and from whom they have to take the authority, from whom they have to take the order, and to whom they have to submit the report. And because of this, the smooth functioning will be there, effective administration will be there. Okay. Next one is development of personnel. Very simple, beta. When you will become specialized in a particular work, when you become expert in a particular work, then the professionalism, that the specialization level will be very much high in yourself, and because of that, development of yourself will be there. Maybe you will promoted, maybe your working style will be improved, maybe that what you can say, simple, that your performance will improve. That all. Like suppose I'm giving an example to you. Suppose there's a manager and manager have to manage an organization. Manager is overburdened. So manager will create some report relationship and manager gives some authority to some person, and with authority they give some work also. So now these employees are enjoying the authority and doing the work, and because of that the manager workload reduce, and manager can focus on the very important key areas, and by which the organization will achieve the target, by which the organization will enjoy the profit, growth. Okay, and that particular process is known as delegation. This process is known as delegation. So what is delegation? Delegation is a process where superior transfers some of authority to the subordinate. Okay, to the subordinate. And why the person will transfer the authority to subordinate? To complete the work, to meet with the challenges. That is all about the development of person. Okay, beta. So this much for. One more thing is there, expansion and growth, and that you are knowing that organizing always help to growth and diversify the enterprises. When you are doing the things very fabulous, when your administration is very good, when you are utilizing the resources in the best possible way, you will earn the profit, so you can grow and expand your business as much as can possible. Okay, and that is the meaning of very simple expansion and growth. So organizing is helping in that particular areas also. So this much for today. Tomorrow we will learn what? Tomorrow we will learn the organizational structure. What type of organizations are there? On what basis we are creating the organization? That all we will discuss tomorrow. So till then, take care. Bye bye.